For better or worse, stand up, New York Mets and Yankees fans. Tonight's game 2 of the first half of the Subway Series between these two teams. The Mets have been a shit team. And I mean bad shit, not good shit. Yankees have, on the other hand, been to start the year pretty much where you expect them to be. But having said that, who's to blame for what's happened to the Mets? I blame this bullshit on David Stearns for trying to get political, getting rid of your best players. It was because of political drama in the locker room and trying to appease political tensions, and being an unbearable, dishonest, narcissistic, skin-flinting piece of crap. Anyone who knows me knows how much I've started to hate David Stearns. Ben Rice leads off for the Yankees. Aaron Judge is second, playing right field. Left field, Cody Bellinger. Paul Goldschmidt first. Chaz Chisholm at second. Former Met Ahmed Rosario at third. That's a bit unexpected. Trent Grisham in center. Anthony Volpe at short. Austin Wells playing the man behind the plate. Oscar Brazoban playing the open will play the first 2 innings. He's been predominantly an opener pitcher due to the fact that the Mets' starting rotation has been plagued to hell and back with injuries. David Peterson covering up some sort of injury that he doesn't want people to know about, which is why he's been put to the bullpen. Clay Holmes, fractured tibia, out for the damn season. Kodai Senga, lumbar infection, probably going to be out all fucking year. Rice leads the league in slugging percentage, OPS. He's got 14 homers, and first pitch is a sinker up and away, ball 1. Ball 2, same spot. That one goes inside, too far inside, 3-0. And right off the bat, Brazoban is not in command of his pitches. Takes another sinker, this one over the plate, 3-1 at the knees, 3-1. That's popped up. Torrens going behind the plate, foul ground, back pedals, makes the catch, 1 out. Mets defensive configuration tonight: Carson Bench in right, Bo Bichette at short, Juan Soto in left, Mark Vientos at first, Marcus Semien in second, A.J. Ewing in center, Brett Baty at third, Luis Torrens doing the catching. Hello, Wes. First pitch to Judge, just misses the outside corner. Want to know? I would have challenged that pitch. But that's just me. That one catches the inside corner, 1-1. Big cut and a miss, this time at a changeup, 1-2. Sinker low, misses, 2-2. That one's well low in the dirt on a changeup. Full count. And already Brazoban has found himself on the back foot. Payoff pitch. Swung on and missed at the changeup, strike 3. First pitch to Bellinger, fastball, strike 1. High middle. High up middle. Change up low, 1-1. Yankees are 28-17 through 45 games. Mets 18 of 20 and 26 through 44. Blame that on the 12-game losing streak due to Mendoza's incompetence, lack of discipline at the plate, and the usual problems that have plagued the Mets since June of last year. Due to that dumb fuck. In the dirt, 3-1. And yes, I put emphasis on calling Mendoza a dumb fuck. Catches the inside corner, full count. That's ripped to right field down the line, but it's foul. A little higher on the bat, and that one would have stayed fair. Tipped. No, it was not tipped. It just bounced out of the glove. Strike 3, inning over. So Brazoban navigates some heavy count, some high pitch counts. Oh, it stayed fair? Interesting. Hi, Chad. Not much. Yeah, dump that. The Dr. Pepper commercials. I've really been the biggest fan of those little buggers. Thank you for joining, Pat. I'm pretty sure that's to the network, not to me, since I'm pretty sure I'm not qualified for the Mets. He'll be followed by Bo Bichette, Juan Soto, who shouldn't be playing left. He should be DHing if his elbow's been bugging him. Mark Vientos, Marcus Semien, AJ Ewing. Why the hell is Austin Slater DHing tonight? 12-year pro. He has not had a good start to his career, to his season. Off and hits the backstop on 1. 0-1 pitch. Foul off again. Benj, show some discipline, you little bugger, will you? That's foul off again. 0-2. Mets had the second one of the worst offenses in the league. But again, I blame this on new coaching staff, old skipper who's an imbecile, a core that's missing its heart. That's fouled off. Namely, Alonso and Nimmo, due to political backlash in the locker room when Lindor's wife decided to join Mondami's cabinet. And when you consider that at this point, Lindor's contract is about to become an albatross, this being year 6 of it. 0-2 pitch. That's fouled off and going the other way again. Chopper fouled again. Jorge Polanco on the IL. Luis Robert Jr. on the IL. Lumbar infection, same as David Peterson. Carson Benj, 31 strikeouts. Devin Williams, a bad ERA when he was acquired as the closer because Diaz decided to walk because of the backlash in the locker room and Stearns' own stubbornness to sign him for more than what he thought for undervaluing him. Ground ball, fair. Goldschmidt fires. Rodon quick to get to the bag, 1 down. Bichette was originally brought in as a third baseman, but he hasn't had any extra base hits since April 28th with a double. Or maybe it was a homer he had. That was against Washington. Home run, I don't remember. Bichette takes ball 1. All of his hits in the game since that time have been singles, or he's just gone on via walks or fielding errors. 1-0 pitch. Too high upstairs, 2-0. Bo Bichette 4 for 14 in his career against Rodon, particularly in the postseason. These two went at each other last year. That's hit down the right field line, but it's going to hook foul. Now about halfway down it, 2-1. In the dirt, 2-2, 3-1. Yeah, the problem was with the back end of the Game 7 of last year's World Series, the Dodgers were picking up on that high-hanging changeup from Blue Jay pitching. If Yasevich and Bieber had changed it up, maybe the Blue Jays would have won. And gone with a fastball, maybe they would have won. I don't know. Fouled back again, full count. You meet both, McAteer. But then again, you got San Diego and Seattle where you're living. Bichette chops that one down the first baseline again, but it's going to go foul. The Mets this year, second fewest hits, second worst slugging percentage, fourth worst batting average, and third worst in OPS. On base percentage. OPS average. That's fouled off. We'll do it again. I would have just tried running it back with last year's core one more time and see how things played out with as well as the coaching staff instead of blowing most of it up and leaving the dimwit and the puppet in charge. Payoff is ripped in the right center field, but hangs up enough for Rice to catch it. 2 down. Soto's been getting a lot of boo birds lately from Met fans as well as Yankee fans. He did get his 6th homer last night, but again, it's basically the same pattern he had last year. His homers are either solos or 2-run shots. Plus, when you consider he was out for 3 weeks with a calf injury, that really did the Mets more harm than good. Strike one. He got career 250 last night, the 5th youngest player to get to that plateau. But the Mets were already on the back foot at that point. Soto rips one through the hole, base hit, and the Mets get the first hit of the game. Hole in right field. To right. You know, NYG, I thought we had a deal where you'd actually come on to help me tonight. We agreed to this. First pitch to Vientos, upstairs, ball 1. Vientos 6 home runs, 19 RBIs for the Mets. Their most productive hitter, and that's fucking sad when you think about it. Swing and a miss at a high heater. Took a big cut, 1-1. There you see Garrett Cole. One. I do not understand why Vientos would chase at a shit changeup in the fucking dirt. 1-2. Seriously, dude. Plate discipline. Don't chase something that shitty. If it's going to drop, lay off. That's a problem with these teams. They have no sense of plate discipline. And he chased every fucking pitch after ball 1. Inning over. 1 hit is all that's coughed up. And speak of the fucking devil, David Peterson is coming on the pitch inning number 2. I am not going to like this. David, if you have a damn injury, say something! Because this whole season after that game against Pittsburgh, your pitching style is like you're trying to fucking cover up an injury. And I know you're covering one up. I mean, Manaea is being a stubborn ass and doesn't want to go under the knife for the loose bodies in his elbow. And it's killing him. Whatever injury you're I mean, seriously. I just know Peterson's gonna fuck it up once he gets on the mound. His pitching shit. His pitches have been shit ever since he went 8 against Pittsburgh. Couldn't get out of the third inning against San Francisco. I don't know. And every other thing he's done since has been horse shit, which is why he's been reduced to a bulk guy. Former Met and Yankee managers of both the Yankees and Mets: Casey Stengel, Yogi Berra, Joe Torre. First pitch, sinker high, ball 1. Oh, they're keeping Brazaban out there for now, which means P's not coming in until the third inning. Ball 2. Duel to Goldschmidt. Chases and misses, 2-1. It's fouled off. Two-two pitch. Foul off. Going into the seats behind the plate. We'll do it again. Got him. Strike 3. And they're going to give Brazzi the hook after an inning and a third. Mendoza, you gambling lunatic. You brain dead son of a bitch. You're putting Peterson in now? I would have waited until the third inning. That's why I've said that both way back last month, I said that both Stearns and Mendoza deserve to be put in the guillotine. As for what's gone down in other games today, Cubs lead the Reds lead the Guardians 4-2. Braves lead the Red Sox in the bottom of the fifth. Braves lead the Sox 1-0 top 3. Stros lead the Texans 2-0 bottom 2. White Sox lead the Cubs 3-0 after 2. No score in Minneapolis. Bottom 2, 2 on, 1 out for the Twins. Padres lead 1-0 over the Mariners. Bottom of the second. Blue Jays took one over the Tigers 2-1 in 10. St. Louis won the Gateway Game 2 of the Gateway Series over the Royals 4-2. Colorado took down Arizona 4-2. The Nationals and Phillies go and get back to 500 with a 13-3 win over Baltimore for the former and a 6-0 shutout over the Pirates in the latter. The Marlins got an extra inning 10-5 win over the Rays, scoring 8 runs in the 10th. Jazz Chisholm Jr. up next for the Yankees. Strike one. Peterson has not had a good season so far. So much so he got demoted from starter to bulk man. Chisholm rips one to right field. That's going to fall towards the wall. Chisholm going to hit the brakes for two as Bench comes up with it. 1 out double for the Yankees. And this was what I was fucking worried about with Peterson coming in this soon. Rosario up next. Someone please get this dumbass to confess to whatever his injury is. Ball one. And by this dumbass, I'm referring to David Peterson. The fact that he's out there with an injury that he's trying to cover up and Mendoza does not want to acknowledge it is terrorism. Swing and a miss, 1-1. What he did to Kodai Senga was destructive to the kid. So much so that Senga's out for the year with a lumbar infection. On the ground, high chop, caught, throw to first, 2 down. Chisholm moves to third. Ground ball through the hole. Yankees get on the board first. This is what I was worried about. And yet no one fucking listens to me. 1-0 on the Trent Grisham single. Why the hell was Beatty up on this? If Bichette moves more to his right, ball one. He moves more to his right instead of being more towards his left. He could get that ball. Would he be able to get Grisham out? Grisham or Chisholm out? I don't think so, but it wouldn't go through. Or if Beatty was more to his right, to his left, move more to his left, when he dives, you could cut off. You could get up, throw the ball, and throw the ball, or at the very least, get the throw to the plate. 2-0. Ball fucking 3. Again, why is Peterson trying to cover up another fucking injury? Walked him. If your bulk pitchers are hurt, get them under the fucking knife! Don't keep putting them out there to hurt themselves even more! Rule of thumb, Mendoza, you brain-dead dumbass! And people wonder why I want Mendoza gone. Both Mendoza and Stearns gone at the end of this season. Mendoza is leaving his pitchers to rot out there to a point where they're so hurt they don't fully recover because he's a fucking numbskull. And Stearns is a narcissistic nitwit who believed that tearing the core down and turning it into a machine rather than a group of people, leaving it a group of humans, breeds efficiency. It fucking doesn't. Closing the gates becomes a fucking coffin, you jackass! Austin Wells up next. Runners on first and second, 1 out, 2 out. Foul down the first baseline, 0-1. Game call, bitch. 1-1. One and two. And you did not go around 2 and 2. That's a bullshit call. Why not just tap the helmet and do it fucking... Okay, never mind. Two. Got him looking, but not before one run gets across on 2 hits, a walk, and 2 men stranded. 1-0 Yankees. He's through an inning and a half. Oh, you're not busy in that cave. Maybe you want to come on. Does it never do this to me just because I'm one of the lone token white guys on the totem pole? Simeon rips 1-1. And for Simeon, it has been a shit heap season. 229 batting average, 3 homers, 14 RBIs. And the problem is he can't pull. His problem is he's always pulling his swings to the left instead of trying to go opposite. Why replace him with one of the most versatile contact hitters? Replace Jeff McNeil, who's one of the most versatile contact hitters, who just needs to learn how to hit with no shift, to a guy who tunnel vision, pulls everything to left. I never fucking know. 0-1. 1-2. I don't fucking know. 1-2. But it's one of those decisions that has driven me to want David Stern's neck in a hangman's noose when this season's over. Because he's a con artist. Swung on a miss on the slider, strike 3. Another problem with this Mets score is even when they get a matchup that's bad on paper, they constantly fuck up and play down to the pitcher's level, i.e., let him build confidence. And get into a fucking group because there's no plate discipline from these dipshits. AJ Ewing's problem, on the other hand, is the opposite. He's too disciplined. He won't swing even if it's to defend himself. Strike 1. 1-1. That's driven to deep left field, but it's playable. 2 down. Caught by Bellinger. Again, why not just my big question is to Steve Cohen. When the hell are you going to pull your head from your fucking ass and realize you got hosed by a guy you called your friend who destroyed the core and conned you? Ball 1 to Slater. And I put emphasis on conning you, Steve. David Stearns fucking conned you and made your team so brain dead political. That's foul to the backstop. 1-1. If you actually had the balls to fight and tell Stearns, no, we're keeping this core together regardless of what you want, maybe things would be different. I don't know. Maybe we'd still be the same, but at least we'd be a little more middle of the road with this team than compared to the shit that they are. 1-1 pitch. Of the undisciplined, disorganized pieces of shit that they are. 1-2. Two and two. But I mean, if this team on the other hand, if this team tanks, we can at least finally get rid of the last piece of the old coaching guard, and that's Mendoza. And down looking goes Slater. Rodon getting into a fucking groove, which is what I feared. 2 innings complete, 1-0 Yankees. Because Mendoza needs to go. I don't care about what Stern says about wanting to get rid of his buddy. In my honest opinion, I don't care about someone who wants to goes along to get along with the establishment and the players. A true manager is decisive, firm, discipline, brings discipline, and gives their happy-go-lucky dreams a cold bitch slap with a taste of reality right in the face. Go piss yourself, Nessie Santos. First pitch to Rice, strike one. One. While Rice's home run quantity against lefties has dropped slightly when compared to last year, his quality of at-bats has sufficiently improved. 1-2. Ground ball, scooped up by Simeon. He'll throw to Vientos, one down. Judge cracks that one, but it's going to go foul behind the backstop, and the backstop behind the plate. Oh, and 2 as he chased a high fastball. Salute, Nessie Santos. Ripped into right field. Ben's left to play on a hop. Here's Bellinger. Takes strike one over the plate. No Mike and Maddie. Hello, Daniel Barry. No Mike and Maddie got an hour before their show begins. I'm busy with this, so I can't join them tonight. That's fouled off, 0-2. Let's see if Dog has the balls or did he get castrated. Got him looking, 2 down. Ball 1 to Goldschmidt. Two and 0. And he goes low and away again from Goldschmidt. Low and in again on Goldschmidt. 3 and 0. This time with a slider. How much do you fuckers want to bet he's going to walk Goldie? Just catches the outside corner. 3 and 1. Ripped into left field, base hit. This is going to move Judge to third. Or because Soto played that too damn deep. Runners at the corners, 2 out. This is why I hate David Peterson these days. The way he's pitching, you can tell he's fucking covering up an injury he suffered last year. And instead of doing the right thing, getting it looked at, going under the knife, coming back in June, he doubled down on wanting to start this year, and it fucked him. Strike one. And that's the problem with this year's Mets. I think the mantra this year is double down on incompetence. 0-2. I'll say there's around 39, 40,000 tonight in the event at Citi Field. Got him swinging, so Peterson gets out of the jam. No runs, 2 hits coughed up, 2 stranded for the Yankees. 2.5 innings complete. Yankees still lead 1-0. And excuse me for my lack of objectivity, folks. Oh, the All-Star race. Never mind. First pitch is low, ball 1 to Luis Torrens. And keep in mind, Torrens is not a hitting catcher like Francisco Alvarez, but with Alvarez out 6 to 8 weeks with calf surgery, what are the Mets to do? That one's fouled to the backstop, 1-1. Torrens is more of a utility catcher, more known for his glove than he is for his bat. However, having said that, he's not going to take as many wild hacks as Alvy does. Big cut and miss a sinker, 1-2. Try like this when I ask you to collaborate with me. 1-2 pitch. Foul off the plate. In the dirt, 2-2. Went with the slider on that pitch. Oh, that's Beatty at the plate. Excuse me. I thought it was Terrence. Terrence is the next batter up. And the little fuckwad chased one out of the damn zone. There is Theo Snitker needs to teach these crap wads plate discipline. That was so out of the fucking zone. Why swing at it, Brett? Fucking dumbasses. But then again, that's what happens when you have a GM who doesn't have a fucking brain and a manager who has no fucking heart. Fouled off by Terrence 0-1. Or maybe it's the other way around with those two shit dippers. Check swing. Did he go? Yes. 0-2. Fouled off. 0-2 again. And we'll do it again. Fouled off. Foul down the left field line. No chase this time. 1-2. This game pathetic. Two and two. That's not. It's a controversial call. That looked like it caught the inside part of the zone. That was close though. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Terrence is going to burn his time out. Steps back into the box. Full count. Change up low and away. Foul to the backstop again. 9th pitch at the at-bat coming. Or 10th pitch at the at-bat coming. Got him. This is what happened last night with Cam Schlittler. Leads the MLB in ERA at 135. Third in strikeouts with 68. Hi, Mosley. Back to the top of the order with Carson Bench. Skip in the dirt, 1-0. Ooh. Two now. Another sinker away and low and out. Low and too low to hit. ABS challenge. Let's see. Calls a ball, but let's check the pitch. Strike. I kind of figured that was the case. 2-1. And Bench pops it up, going out of play. 2-2. And once again, the Mets are showing very little to no semblance of discipline at the plate. Two-two pitch. Whacked foul down the third baseline. A little late on that swing by Benj. That's ripped to deep right field. Going back is Judge. It's going to go over his head and off the wall. Benj racing for second, and he'll make it in with a 2-out double. Benj has got speed. Best record so far this year in the American League. Tampa Bay, game and a half up on the Yankees. Then, of all teams, the A's have the third best record at 23-21. Then you got the Guardians at 24-22, about to be a half game behind them at 23-22, the White Sox. And Rodon's going to get talking to just to calm down. 2 2/3 innings, and he's thrown 55 pitches already. Bichette almost gets hit with that one. Ball one. And of course, if he lets that one hit him, it doesn't really change all that much. No pitch. In the dirt, 2-0. Now with the changeup. Three and 0. Take strike one. Bichette with runners in scoring position, the Mendoza line. Even if the bulk of his runs, of his ribbies, have come in this situation. 3-1 pitch. And he walked him. Soto up next. And Aaron Boone is going to take him out. Either that or he's going to try to calm him down. I think option C it's either, you got three options if you're Boone in this case. One, go out there and try to calm Carlos Rodon down. Two, take the ball out of his hand. Or three, tell him to give Soto a free pass and go after Vientos, who is a free swinger. What's it going to be what's it going to be? They're going to leave him out there. Hello, Mess. I mean, salute, Mess. Outside, ball one. Ball one. Soto below the Mendoza line, set with half of his ribbies coming in this situation. Ball two. I think at this point, you just free pass Soto and then go after Vientos. Bird getting warmed up in the Yankee bullpen. Over the middle, Soto doesn't chase it, 2-1. Or just catches the outside edge. 2-1 either way. 2 balls and a strike either way, it's a 2-1 count. And he chased a shit pitch. Definitely got busted going around on that one, 2-2. Did not like that swing, Juan. That's going to waste prime opportunity in 3, 2, 1. So pops this one foul. It's going to go behind the plate. We'll do it in the seats behind the plate. We'll do it again. Excuse me for sounding bored, folks, but the Mets have been unbearably boring this year, okay? Sue me. 2-2 is up and away, full count. Carousel in motion. The carousel will be in motion. Payoff pitch. Walked him. Back-to-back walks for Rodon. Loads the bags. And as I mentioned, this may be a much more favorable matchup if you're Carlos Rodon. I mentioned that Vientos is a fucking free swinger. He will chase just about anything in or out of the zone. At best, he makes bad contact. At worst, he gets a. With the bases loaded in his career, Vientos has hit 222 and he's only got one salami to his name. This year, 0 for 3, and he struck out 3 times. And he has struck out all 3 times. Would I be surprised if he did it here? No, I wouldn't. In terms of a strikeout. First pitch. Way upstairs. That goes to the bat behind the plate. Throw not in time. Tie game. And now another runner is going to try to score, and he does. 2 runs come in on a wild pitch and a throwing error, and the Mets go up 2-1. I was not expecting that. So a wild pitch, a Rendon, and an E1. Both runs not earned. I mean, both runs will be added to Rendon's tally, but neither are earned. Talk about one of the most screwy plays for the Mets to take advantage of. Like I mentioned, wild pitch, E1. And that's going to put the Mets in front 2-1. Talk about fortunate circumstances. 1-0 pitch to Vientos. And he fouls it off to the bat behind the plate. That ball ricocheted heavily off the backstop. And then Rendon just throws it away to allow a second run to come home. I mean, if he just holds on to that ball, you keep Bichette at third and it's only a tie game. But nope, he doubled down, threw it, missed the target, and that allowed Bichette to come home. Swing and a miss, 2-2 on the changeup. Like I said, wild pitch, E1. Soto waits on third. Gonna be clear for takeoff. Depends on what kind of contact Vientos makes. Grounder to third. Chisholm gonna fire it, and he gets Vientos easily. However, 2 runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 1 left. 3 innings complete. The Mets, on some bad luck for the Yankees, get in front through. After 3, it's now Mets 2. It's the Mets 2 and the Yankees 1. I mean, not the way I would want the Mets to get in front, but I'll take it. And we're back. Peterson in for his, I guess you could argue, second full inning of work. Strike 1 to Ahmed Rosario. That's fouled off. 0-2. Michael must be doing a duel. Just missed the inside edge. 1-2. Or corner. That's fouled off the foot of Rosario. We'll do it again. Either that or was fouled off the mask of Terens. I don't know. I mean, we got 24 people in here at most. 1-2 pitch. Got him swinging. 1 down. That's strikeout number 4 in the night for Peterson. Trent Grisham up next. He has the Yankee RBI with a single in the second. Fouled off. Grisham is known for very small bursts of good hitting. Without that, he's basically a utility outfielder. Ball 2, 1-1. Without those small occasional bursts where he provides run production, he's basically a utility outfielder, more known for his glove than he is for his bat. 1-1 pitch. Fouled behind the plate. 1-2. Grisham calls timeout. One-two pitch. Too high, 2-2 on the slider. Let's check ABS challenge. See, is this a strike? Yes, it is. It just catches it. Strike 3. As both a hitter and a catcher, Terens is 11-8. I mean, he's 11 for 19. Here comes the Fox, Anthony Volpe. Strike one, ball 1. Mosquito, I think. That's lit to right field. To the edge of the track goes Bench. He'll make the catch, and Pearson has a surprisingly easy inning for himself. Gets a clean 1-2-3 for himself, which has been exceedingly rare for him these days. 3.5 innings complete. Yankees down to Mets lead 2-1. Fuck Panera Bread. Yeah, shockingly, Panera, despite its quote-unquote quality fresh policy, not that healthy for you. Good thing I chose not to go out to eat today. Anyone who has seen any of my past game calls, predominantly for the NBA, with and without Mitch, fucking jungle. mean, my top had basically turned into a damn jungle. I mean, into an unmanageable jungle on my scalp. Simeon leads off, and he takes strike one from Rodon, who basically had a grueling outing in the third inning. I believe he threw 32 or 33 pitches, and it took him forever to get out of it. In the dirt, 1-1. Next Saturday's games, some will get the Los Angeles Dodgers against the Milwaukee Brewers. Others will get the St. Louis Cardinals against the Cincinnati Reds. 1-1 pitch. Big cut and miss on the slider, 1-2. If you're Carlos Rodon, 75 pitches through 3+ is not where you want to be. But the lack of discipline and constantly swinging with tactical tunnel vision from the Mets is a bit of a boon to get you get Marcus Semien out on 3 straight pitches. The kids are all right. In the month of May, Carson Bench is hitting 311, 367 OP, on base percentage, 444 slugging, 812 OPS. AJ Ewing, these are the numbers he's had since he got here: 250, 438, 667, and 1104 in all the categories. AJ's had single. He had a walk-off hit on Wednesday. That one bounces right back to the mound. Rodon scoops it up, fires to Goldschmidt, 1 down. He had a triple on Tuesday. He had an RBI triple on Tuesday, a game-winning hit on Wednesday, and his first career homer on Thursday against the Tigers. But in this series against the Yankees, he has not done well so far. Here's Slater. Why try a bunt? Huh? No logic in that. 2 out. You're not going to beat out a squeeze bunt. On 1. In the dirt, 2-1 with the slider, 2-1. What's up, Iman? 3-1 upstairs. And Slater's going to burn his batter's timeout. And he walked him. I'm surprised that Austin Hill didn't tap the helmet. That looked like strike 3 from my point of view. But whatever. Bird warming back up in the Yankee pen. And it makes you question if Carlos Rodon can even last to get 4 more outs. That's even if the Yankees retake the lead. First pitch to Beatty. Almost hits him, ball 1. Stares at a fastball, 1-1. This is away 2-1. Gonna throw over the first to keep Slater honest. Slater, a pretty decent base runner. Ball 3. Do 1 pitch. Fouled off into the behind the third base dugout. 3-2. That's rocketed to right field. Over the head of Judge, and Slater's on his horse. He's on his way to third. Being waved home. Beatty will stop at second. It's an RBI double for Beatty, and the Mets go up 3-1. And this is the moment where Boone is left with no choice but to give Carlos Rodon the hook. His night is done. 3 2/3 innings, 88 pitches, 3 runs, 1 earned, 3 hits, 6 strikeouts, 3 walks. Didn't even realize I had that bit of onion from last night on the seat. And Jake Bird will come on to replace Rodon to face Luis Torrens. Excuse me a minute. God, do I need it? Note to self, also get floss picks when I go to the supermarket tomorrow. When I go to the food line with Tracy on Monday. I wonder if floss picks are covered under UHC cards, but I doubt it. I might as well look that up. Next Sunday afternoon, the Indianapolis 500 on Fox. So again, I'm not big on IndyCar. I'm more of a NASCAR kind of guy. Rodon responsible for the runner on second, so his day is not done yet. Jake Bird throws a sweeper over the middle that Torrens does not chase. Strike 1. Jake Bird, 15 games, 4.72 ERA, 13 1/3 innings, 14 strikeouts, 4 walks, 1-1 record. Big golf swing on the sweeper again, doesn't, and Torrens whiffs 0-2. This one going more to the outside side edge of the plate. And Torrens just stares at that one to end the inning, but not before the Mets get another run on one hit, and they strand a runner at second. 4 innings complete. Yankees now in a hole, 3-1 Mets. For Beatty, that was his 7th double of the year. What do you got fed? It's an inside fastball. I mean, they launched over the head of Judge. In other games going on right now, the Guardians lead the Reds 6-4. Bottom 8, 1 out. 7th-inning stretch in Atlanta. Rangers in the Lone Star Series. Brewers lead the Twins 2-1 in the bottom of the 6th. In the Crosstown Classic, it's now 7-0 White Sox over the Cubs. Yeah, never thought I'd say White Sox are about to be over 500 again, which something that hasn't happened since 2021. And right now, the Mariners trail. Pearson will stay on the pitch to Wells, and Wells takes ball 1 outside on the sinker. Big cut and a miss by Wells, 1-1. Strike 2. Pearson will be in line for a win if he can get out of this inning. Remember, right now he sits at 2 2/3 innings completed. Upstairs, 2-2. And usually, even when he's having a good outing, this is the time in the batting order where Peterson gets himself into trouble, but not on this pitch. Slider, swung, and missed by Wells. Strike 3. That's number 10 on the night for the Yankees in terms of strikeouts. Or 8, excuse me. And that's strikeout number 6 for Peterson tonight. Ben Rice is fouled out and grounded out. Let's see what he does here. Swings and misses at a slider, 0-1. That's fouled off, going down the left field line, but it's going to hook into the seats. 0-2. Oh, 2 is low, 1-2. Oh, and I don't know what happened there, but he plunked Ben Rice, and that was not intended. Got him in the back. You son of a bitch. I said this is when Peterson tends to get himself in trouble, and look at what's happened. He's in trouble now. Because here comes the judge, the jury, and possibly the executioner. Aaron Judge. Ball one. On an outside sinker. That's popped up, and it's going to go foul. Out of play, 1-1. Got it off the end of the bat. Ball two. Catches the corner on the slider, 2-2. Come on, Davey. Just get him to ground it. Get a grounder. Just missed. Full count. Rice will be on his horse. Yeah, no ABS needed on that one. In the dirt, and now Peterson's in trouble. And this is what the Yankees want. A hit batter, a walk, and this after a strikeout. Uh-oh. Mound visit used up by the Mets. Bellinger waits on deck. Bellinger waits in the plate. I mean, like I said, this is what I was worried about with Peterson ever since he became a bulk pitcher and always needed an opener. The injury he's trying to conceal. Whatever it is, it's not good, and it's led to these sort of fuck ups late in his play. I mean, as of late in his pitching. I still swear he's trying to cover an injury up. Fouled out of the glove, and Torrens is shaking. I think he got hit in the face with a bat on that foul tip, 0-1. See where this get him. Oh, got him in the knee. Didn't go around on that. 1-1. And again, he goes too high, 2-1. Grounded foul, 2-2. Don't give him something to feast on, Peterson. Dribble. Bichette will take it to second himself. Throw the first. Pulled Vientos off the bag. Is Mendoza going to challenge this? Okay, Bichette gets the throw it set. Did this pull Vientos off the bag? Let's see from this angle. He was safe. Long before he got pulled off the bag. No challenge. No challenge from the Mets. What? Bellinger hustled it down the line. I could see that he was safe. From the moment the ball got out, Bichette got the ball out of his glove, he wasn't in time. The throw was both off balance and it wasn't in time. Vientos saved a run by stretching as far as he did as he was getting pulled off the bag. Strike one by Goldschmidt. Strike one to Goldschmidt. That one nearly hits him. 1-1. This is the thing with Peterson being a bulk arm that gets on my nerves. Goldschmidt's going to use his batter's timeout. Took him long enough. Hey, MYG, salute.
Good, man. Sorry I'm late, buddy.
What happened?
I work at night.
Oh. Through the hole, base hit. That's going to cut the Met lead in half. RBI single for Goldschmidt.
3-1. Okay.
3-2.
You're gonna be ahead of me. No, I'm talking about the score.
That's what I was talking about.
3-2. Oh, they just scored.
Yeah, single right through the middle. Right through the hole on the second base side. By Goldschmidt. If you want to take over our Yankee half of the calls, go ahead.
You got it from now. I'll do color commentary because I'm gonna be behind on the stream.
Chisholm takes low, ball one. Chisholm got a double in the second as soon as Peterson came in, and then scored on the Rice single, I believe it was. No, it was a Grisham single in the second. Never mind. First and second one out. Peterson gives him a slider. 1-1. This whole trouble started for Peterson when he plunked, I believe, Ben Rice in the back with one out after he struck out Austin Wells to start the inning.
He's your top pitcher, though, right? Or one of your top guys?
It was Clay Holmes, but he's out for the year with a fractured tibia after what happened last night.
Yeah.
And which would mean at this point, Peralta or McLean are our best pitchers. Senga's out with a lumbar infection, and with Peterson reduced to a bulk arm because I think he's trying to cover an injury up. Which is ironic because parity would dictate he would be doing well in even number of years, and he should have been shit last year.
Yeah.
So what happened last year that made him so good and now so bad this year? In the dirt, 2-2. It was what I'd like to know. Alvarez is out for 6 to 8 weeks with a calf issue.
Damn. Mets got to get it together, man. They gonna dig themselves a hole they can't get out of.
At this point, they're already in that. At least and say what you will about Philadelphia. Strike 3, Chisholm goes down swing, so Peterson gets out of the inning, but not before he coughs up 1 run on 1 hit and strands 2. But say what you will about Philadelphia also having digging themselves in the same hole. At least they found a way out by getting rid of Rob Thompson and replacing him with Don Mattingly, who's using this as a redemption arc for himself. Am I right?
Yeah, I mean, you're right. They did. They did get better.
I mean, everyone, any Yankee fan worth their salt knows that Don, as a manager, ended up taking a massive shaft when he was in Miami. Did he not?
Don Mattingly is well respected by the Yankees. So, yeah, I have nothing bad to say about Don Mattingly.
I mean, I'm just saying, he really ended up getting shafted by the Marlins when he was their manager.
Everybody does, though. I mean, it's the
True.
Marlins.
It's on the fact that after they win this world title, instead of keeping the core together, they blow it up. And they did that twice.
Yep. But
within 7 years of each other, I might want to point out.
Yankees got to find a way to hit the baseball. They have not been hitting lately.
Yeah, lost 5 of their last 7, including basically getting. They got swept by Baltimore, correct?
No.
3 out of 4 lost. No, wait, you guys got swept by Milwaukee.
Yeah, it was I think it was 2-2 against Baltimore.
That was 2-1 against.
It was 3.
Right, you guys got swept by
won.
Milwaukee.
Yeah, we lost 2 times to Baltimore. So they have lost 5 out of 7.
5 of their last 7.
Mm-hmm.
And the Mets had started this month winning 8 of 13 coming in. Including a
So what has been the difference with the Mets and their not winning streak, but at least trying to get it back together? What do you think has been the difference?
Good month. I'd have to say bringing the kids up. They provide a better spark. They're bringing fun. AJ Ewing has brought fun and a sense of plate discipline well beyond his years. All on the bench. Bench started the Mets run with a double in the 3rd inning and scored on a wild pitch and a throwing error in the 3rd inning.
Let's see if I can get this on Prime.
Swing and a miss. 2-1 on the sweeper from Jake Bird. Right now, Peterson in line for the win since he finished out the 5th inning. Carlos Rodon under the gun for the loss. Check swing foul down the 3rd baseline by Benj.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest Rodon fan. I'm waiting on Cole to get back because he's kind of up and down.
Misses the outside corner, 3-2. As we're officially halfway through this game. That's fouled off. We'll do it again. I'm going to cut. This is what happened Wednesday. Carson Benj threw the whole base hit that brought home AJ Ewing to win the game against the Tigers in extras. Threw the whole base hit to lead off the inning for the Mets by Benj. That's going to go in the right center, and Benj will hit the brakes with a single.
Yeah, like I said, not the biggest fan of this Yankees bullpen.
Well, Cashman has done everything but fix the bullpen, has he not?
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, after all, this is the guy that signed Tommy Kahnle, a man who through the entirety of the 2024 playoffs threw nothing but change-ups. I mean, you remember my game calls of the World Series. I kept snapping at the fact Kahnle would throw nothing, but it was only throwing change-ups with tactical tunnel vision. He has a fastball in his arsenal. Why spam the changeup? 0-1 to Bichette. Strike 2. And the Dodgers winning the World Series was preying on winning on the hanging sliders and changeups of the Blue Jays in the final game.
Yeah, the Dodgers get on my nerves. Somebody got to beat them this year.
22. I could say Atlanta's got the best out of the teams. I'd say Atlanta's got the best shot.
Atlanta's good.
I mean, they've got health and they've got something worth fighting for. They're doing this for both Bobby and Ted this year. I didn't even know Bobby Cox was a Yankee when he started his career. 2-2.
Everybody's been a Yankee.
I'm just saying I just never knew it about him.
Yeah, everybody's got some type of ties to the Yankees, I feel.
Hedrick warming up in the bullpen for the Yankees. Of course, ironically enough, the legit managing start for Cox was not in Atlanta. It was in Toronto in the mid-'80s. Throw to first. That's pickoff attempt number 1 wasted. 2-2. And Bichette pops it up. Chisholm under it, makes the catch. Here comes Soto. Nope, looks like Boone's going to give Bird the hook and bring in Hedrick.
Here we go. Getting to this bullpen now. This is where the fun starts.
To be fair with the Mets, they got into their bullpen early because they started with Brazoban as an opener.
And that was a 15, 16 pitch at bat?
Actually, he was in there for like 20 some odd pitches for an inning and a third. Brent Hedrick. This one was actually a 5-pitch at bat with Bichette.
With Bichette, but the pitcher he threw 16 pitches, 17 pitches.
Let's see. Jake Bird, 15 pitches.
15, yep. So yeah, I don't like the way how this is looking for the Yankees. Ben Rice, the only hitter hitting over 300 right now,
which is ironic. It is kind of ironic.
Yes, it's interesting. Mets don't have a 300 hitter.
True, they got a Soto at 270 plus.
Mm-hmm. So we'll see if Juan Soto can get his little get back. He hit a home run last night.
His 250th of his career.
So
had a single in the first, walked in the third, and got left on third after Rodon threw a wild pitch that ricocheted off the backstop, allowed Bench to score, and then when he tried to throw out Bichette, he threw it away.
Yeah.
If he doesn't do that, this game's tied at 2, not the Yankees down by 1. Soto takes ball 1 in the dirt on a sinker. Or low and in.
Trying to get a ground ball.
3-1
Keep the
record.
ball out the air.
ERA, 22 in the third innings pitched, 23 Ks to 8 walks for Brent Hedrick. So he's one of the better middle relievers, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Yeah, I guess. I guess he's decent, but
hold on, that's making a challenge. Is this a? It's a ball. By about an inch. 2-0. I know some people say that the ABS system slows the game down, but as far as I'm concerned, it's a boom because it tells the umps who make the dumb calls to F off. 2-1.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Though
you want to get the call right.
Screwed the other night when they said Bay made an ABS call, he never tapped his damn helmet. That was against the Tigers. In the dirt, 3-1. If I had to guess, that ump just did that to say F you to the batter.
Yeah, dude, gotta hit the strike zone. Like, always getting behind the count.
And ball 4, too far in. Soto's on with a walk. That's going to move bench to second.
5-pitch walk. Yeah, see.
And now here comes Mr. Free Swing, Mark Vientos. Yankees going to move into double play depth.
So this guy throws a lot of pitches, a lot of sinkers, and so definitely trying to look for a ground ball here.
The cut, foul ball, 0-1.
Trying to get out this inning unbothered.
Through ground ball down the line, fair ball, base hit. That's going to get bench home. Heading into the corner, Soto on his way home. 5-2 Mets. RBI double for Vientos.
Wow.
Swaggy V, baby.
Yeah. Bullpen, like I said.
Then again, the Mets pen has been pretty dog shit, too. I mean, you got one guy who refuses to go under the knife to get loose bunnies taken out of his pitching elbow. You have a guy that's washed. In Manaea and Kimbrel, respectively, just to clear it up. Simeon up next. He is struck out and ground. He is struck out twice, I think. Yes, he has. And you have a second baseman who constantly pulls his pitches his swings too far to left field. 1-1.
These guys don't look confident out there. They don't.
Scooped up by Rosario. He'll look Vientos back to second. 2 down.
And the Yankees got all this power in this lineup, and they're not hitting.
Yeah, last night they were hitting for contact over power. The only homer they got was Rice, right? A.J. Ewing up next. He's flown out and ground out.
This game.
Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Strike 1.
I got 5 hits, but
who do you think wins tomorrow night, Cleveland or Detroit?
Oh, in the NBA? I'm going to go with Detroit.
0-1 Swan and a miss. Went after the slider. And I think now the pitching cores are starting to figure A.J. Ewing out. 0-2 pitch. And
Oh,
he
he's
chased
young,
on the dirt, inning
so
over.
he's gonna have to figure himself out. You know what I'm saying? Because
True.
he's still young. So
Mets get 2 on 2 hits and strand 1. 5-2 after
now
5.
let's see if the Yankees can put any offense together, because that's what's been their problem lately. They haven't been scoring runs.
Anytime they do, it's been live by the long ball or die by it.
Pretty much.
But then again, that's been their MO for over a decade now.
I mean, it works when it works, but when it don't work, it's kind of like the 3-point in basketball. Like when it's good, but when it don't work, you
Yeah,
find
just ask
yourself behind
Boston
a
about
lot.
that. You just ask
You know?
Boston about that.
Yeah, exactly. They win with it, and they lose with it. Same thing with the home run.
I mean, if the 3-point devil is called 3Lzabub, what do you call the homer demon? Homamet?
I don't know. I don't know about the name of it, but yeah, I know it's a boom or bust type of situation where when you hitting them, yeah, you up, but when you not, you way down.
Or maybe
I
you
just
should
like
call him
consistency.
Mash.
So
Or maybe it should be called Mash Fisto.
there you go, Mash Fisto. If that's what you want to call it.
Sorry about the rim shot sound effect.
I ain't even hear
We don't
sound
get busted
effects.
if we just use sound effects, do we?
Sound effects are fine as far as I know, as long as they're not
Okay.
like graphical or anything like that. Saying some crazy shit.
No, it's just a site where you push a button and you play the sound and it plays the sound effect.
Yeah, I know what site that is. That's cool. That site is fine.
My instance,
Yep. I got a couple from them.
or would it be Mashistopheles? They are keeping Peterson out there. Fly ball, left field, into the corner, off the wall by Rosario. And he'll jog into second with a leadoff double.
Okay, let's go. There you go. Got to start hitting the baseball, like I said. You know what I mean?
Yo, Miz.
Gotta hit the
Brooks
baseball.
Raley warming up. And that was a four-seamer in on the hand, well in on the hands. I mean, high and in on the hands, and Rosario managed to get a liner out of it. At this point, bring Raley in. Peterson's gassed.
Yeah, he looks cooked.
If you're Boone, do you have Grisham bunt in this situation?
Maybe because he's not. Yeah, he ain't one of those.
He's more of a short burst pit kind of hitter,
Yeah,
right?
he don't really trust him in a big spot. So
Sure, he's got 6 homers and 27 RBIs, but it comes at the expense of constantly swinging at everything.
it's
Whereas batting
swinging
average,
this stuff. Yeah, it's low batting average. So yeah, we know how this works. He's only
1-1
batting
pitch,
174. So
fouled off. 1-2.
one of the lowest on the team. Him and Austin Wells, pretty much.
And he recently got a certain Fox back, but you can't really count him because he's only had 2 at bats tonight. Baseball, yawn, get me to September Big Blue. Ha ha, Miz, real funny. Got him looking, 1 down.
Yeah. Cheeks. Grissom boys. Yeah, he's been struggling to say the least.
Doesn't he struggle every year? This is a guy who's more known for short burst hitting in his glove, not his bat. Right?
Yeah,
He's more of a utility outfielder.
I guess.
Volpe takes ball one on the slider that misses the outside corner. Kind of like how Volpe is basically your guys' version of a much younger but better contact hitting Ray Ordonez. A guy more known for his glove, but competent with his bat.
Yeah, you still gotta get the bats going.
I'm just saying, Volpe kind of reminds me of a Ordonez when he came up, mostly for the glove than the bat.
Which is cool if you got other guys around you, stepping up.
I'm just saying that Volpe has a better bat than Ordonez ever did.
We'll see. He's still got a lot to prove, in my opinion.
True, but he'll never be a Ordonez with a glove.
He was hurt last year. So
3-1. Tying run in the batter's box. Austin Wells.
Yeah, another easy out.
Anything can happen in baseball, just as it can happen in wrestling. Ball 4.
That's any sport, but the percentages are.
Hey, Murdog.
What's up, homies?
What's going on?
How you doing?
This is Murdog G.
What up, G?
What's going on?
Yankees are losing. Damn.
You had a 1-0 lead, and then Rodon literally threw it away in the third.
Yeah, I was following the phone.
This is not good.
Is it ever good? Peterson getting the hook. Brooks Raley coming in. David Peterson's night is done after 4 innings. 6 hits, 2 runs, 3 walks, 8 strikeouts on 82 pitches.
What's going on with the Mets this year?
Lit them up.
Injury bug, pitching injury cover-ups. Stearns basically ripping the heart out of the team because he wants a machine, choosing to sacrifice heart for efficiency because he wants total control. This is what happened in the third, Murdog. Rodon threw a wild pitch over for Wells' head. That allowed Carson Bench to score. But the ball ricocheted back to Rodon off the backstop, but instead of holding on to it to keep Bichette at third, he throws it away, and it gets caught, and Bichette runs in the second and he comes home from second.
Yeah, I followed it on the Gamecast. So
5 of 7 runs scored with 2 outs with 2 outs.
Yeah, they're showing it now.
What is that Smoltz is eating? I've never been to Citi Field, but which dish is that?
Mm-hmm.
Trust me, the last ballpark I've been to is Great American in Cincy.
If you look at the Mets lineup, because I always look at the Yankees lineup like this. You see on the right side of your screen, if you scroll down, I guess these have been altered today, like Benj is 2 for 3, right? But look at those batting averages. By the third inning, when I was following on the Gamecast, everybody in the Mets lineup was hitting 232 or lower, except for Soto.
Yeah, that's crazy.
8 out of 9 were hitting 232 or worse. You can't win Major League Baseball consistently like that. And you know me, when I do the Yankee games, I'm all about looking at all the numbers that matter, not the ones that they push to, cheer them on. I'm looking at what matters. And Yankees have a similar problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys had
Ben Rice. I pointed out earlier, Ben Rice was the only one over 300 for the Yankees.
Yeah. He was on fire before he got hurt.
And you've got at least one, and the Yankees have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys hitting over 230.
Yeah, look, you don't need everyone hitting 310, but I mean, is 265, 275 asking for too much? Like
That's what I'm
baseball.
saying.
Foul ball.
That's how the baseball was when I grew up. It was like, 260, 270 was
You're
your average
mediocre.
hitters. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
you're
saying?
mediocre, right? Right.
And then below that, you had your 230 hitters, your 220, 240, stuff like that. Those were kind of like, your, like you said earlier, Mess, your utility guys.
Right. When I was a kid, the only people that were hitting 220, 230 were shortstops and catchers. That's
Right.
it.
Yeah.
And it was
Highlight
okay because
Wells.
if they were like Ozzie Smith, like defensive wizards,
Swung on a miss,
Mhm.
strike 3 to Wells. Third
Then it's
strikeout of the
understandable.
day for him. 2 down.
because they valued their defense more, run saving on defense rather than them being stars at the plate.
Unless you're guys like Mike Piazza, to lesser extent, Todd Hundley.
No,
Jorge
what they did was
Posada.
they traded efficiency for home runs and power and launch
Mhm.
angle. And
True.
it's not a recipe for success. Like when the Yankees were playing the Dodgers in the World Series 2 years ago, I was like, they ain't winning. They're
Yeah.
just, you remember the videos I did on the strikeout rates? It was out of control.
And then when we talked last year, when I did an OTD setting up for last year's World Series between LA and Toronto, most of us didn't really give Toronto much. I was the only one that gave Toronto a legitimate chance.
Yeah, I didn't think it was going to be as competitive as it was, to tell you the truth.
Rice this year has been hitting much better off righties than he's been off lefties, so it's a pretty even split.
They were talking about like, oh, bring back Rizzo, like, oh, trade Ben Rice. I was like, wait, what? No.
Nah.
Rizzo was
This is a
washed
couple
at
years
that
ago.
point after the concussion.
A couple of years
that
ago,
point-
when I watched this kid swing, and I was like, he's lethal in the Bronx. You watch, give him a shot. Every ball he hit was a line drive somewhere. I was like, you see that early on in the kid's career, barreling up baseballs left and right. You gotta just let him play.
And
then
that short porch.
line drives in the gap that would be doubles, like one hoppers off the wall, end up in the third row. So
yeah,
true. 2 balls, 1 strike to Rice.
And he's got legit power everywhere. He's gone
Ground
oppo
ball,
this
the
year
Angels
too.
scoop it up, flip it to Bailey, got Rayleigh, and get it, and the Mets get out of that. 1 hit, 1 walk, 2 stranded.
That's unfortunate.
What's sad about this game is even if the Mets win tonight, they're not going to gain ground on anybody.
You just gotta string together wins and just care about just the next win. Don't even look at the standings. If I was a Met, I'm not even looking at the standings.
Yeah,
Heck, I haven't even asked.
That can be.
You know what the sad thing with this core is this year? The only thing I've asked the big guy upstairs for is for Stearns and Mendoza to leave. Leave when this season's done.
Okay.
That's all I'm asking him to do.
That's it.
Not a big axe, huh?
Look, the moment he has Nimmo, McKeon, Alonso,
A couple people to get fired. That's all.
I just want him to jump off a skyscraper. That's all. Mets will call me out of nowhere with death threats for sports executives. I haven't talked to him in a while. I'm gonna do this. I'm like, dude, relax.
Yeah, you don't want to put that out there. If something happened to somebody, they come knocking on your door. Do you have anything to do with this?
We have this live stream.
Yeah, it may say it doesn't mean I'm actually gonna do it.
Well, you laid out in detail.
Yeah, you're pretty detailed. Yeah, you're pretty detailed with the graphics. So
heck, most recently I've been asking a certain basketball film breakdown specialist to go get some psychiatric help.
So on my channel, we used to, during the 7th inning stretch, we would play a Mets video every day. Well, actually, no, we play his videos throughout, like in between innings, and then we had one specific one for the 7th inning stretch. But we had to edit them because because it was like I had to
You're
bleep
wondering what
everything
it
out.
was, Chief. Unpopular. The 7th inning stretch video is just me saying "God bless the USA."
Yeah, that's my 7th inning stretch video.
Yeah. Okay.
Time to get patriotic with Mets.
All one. But trust me, my singing is horrible.
It's the effort, man.
I could, yeah. I
Player
could, I
pops
could,
it up,
I
right
could,
field. Judge is under it. Few steps to his left,
could imagine.
to his right, one down.
Side note, I heard OG is going to be okay for the next series. True?
True.
Practicing
Yeah.
in full? Okay. We need that
Not
guy.
really. Not yet.
I thought he
Especially
had 2
now the
full
Knicks are going
practices.
to get an additional. Especially now the Knicks are going to get an additional 48 hours after tomorrow.
Yeah, because it's going to Game 7. But I heard he's sprinting, which is great news.
But outside, regardless who wins between Detroit and Cleveland, I say the most interesting matchup is in the West final.
Oh, yeah.
And if there's
the Knicks,
one team that has been to Oklahoma City, what kryptonite is to Superman, it's San Antonio.
Both of
One
them
team
teams
is slow
are
to
tough,
pay.
but they can both be beat.
Yeah. If you had your
I'm
choice,
just-
who would you guys go against?
San Antonio, you can at least contain. The Knicks have at least shown they can contain Wembanyama.
I agree. That's who I would pick too.
Yeah,
2-1.
I don't even think San Antonio's. The Oklahoma City is a different type team. San Antonio, they dropped a couple games to who? Portland. They dropped a couple
They
to.
dropped 1 to Portland and 2 to Minnesota.
Well, one to Portland, 2 to Minnesota. You can't sleep on OKC like that.
Granted, to be fair, the Portland loss was only because Wemby got concussed.
Still
Fouled off.
lost.
So we're in a catch-22 with OG, right? Because the Knicks were like historically on fire, and now they had this long layoff. So on one hand, it benefits you for getting OG back at full strength, and on the negative side is you come back as hot. It's
And you give time, and you're also giving extra hours of tape study to whoever wins tomorrow night, right?
well, the Knicks would be getting extra hours of tape study.
That shit ain't gonna matter.
You guys got the Knicks winning the whole thing?
I wouldn't say that.
I'm just gonna let the chips fall wherever they fall, and don't get me started on the Danhausen factor.
I think they can push them to 7. They can beat San Antonio.
I'm just saying, don't get me started on the Danhausen factor.
I won't. I've had my heart broken by that team for decades, so it's like.
And NYG, if you're wondering the Danhausen factor, right around the start of the playoffs, and just before WrestleMania, wrestler Danhausen showed up on First Take. He cursed Stephen A. Smith, and that's what led to the Knicks losing 2 of the first 3 against Atlanta. Then someone paid Danhausen, not Stephen A., to lift the curse on the Knicks, and they've won 7 in a row. But then at Backlash, someone asked if he'd keep the Knicks on curse, and now Danhausen's basically moved the goalposts back, saying if he doesn't get front row tickets next to Timothy Chalamet, then the Knicks are going to get cursed again.
All right. Well, we'll see. I do think Stephen A. Smith is a jinx. So I can agree with that one.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Stephen A. Smith is still cursed. I just don't want the Knicks to be cursed again.
Well, shit. The Knicks have been cursed. They've been cursed.
I get it. And I know. It's the curse thing. It's kayfabe. Fine. But still, it's so difficult to avoid playing into the joke. 0-2 pitch to Terrains. Got him looking. That's his 3rd strikeout.
I don't care if
Knicks
it's
been
real,
cursed, though.
whether it's real or kayfabe. I just want the dubs.
Yeah.
The Knicks have not won a title since I was alive, so.
Yeah.
The Knicks haven't won a title long before we were born. The they got since NYG and I have been alive was when I was about 6. And how old were you in '94, NYG?
In '94, I was 13.
Okay, 13 going on 14 in your case, 6 going on 7 in mine.
Yeah, I remember that finals. I remember that game 6,
Putting
Starks.
too much of a burden on Starks and Harper, and the Rockets closed in on that.
Yeah, it was a tragedy.
And I mean, the series against San Antonio 5 years later, that was just the clock striking midnight. Even if Ewing was healthy going into that finals, I think the Knicks only pushed them to 6 at best.
You wasn't beating San Antonio, and wouldn't that be something if it's Knicks San Antonio again?
I'm just saying
that's kind of how it's lining up, ain't it?
I'm just saying that back in '99, even if Ewing didn't tear his Achilles in the conference final, even if he stayed healthy for the finals, you're only pushing the Spurs to 6 at best.
He wasn't beating that Spurs team, and
so
the Knicks was what, 8th seed,
right?
7th
and like
seed,
I said, you would have only it was an 8, and like I said, you would have only pushed them to a 6th game at best, right?
I don't know if they pushed him to 6. I mean, they had Tim Duncan as a rookie and David Robinson in his prime.
And you also had one of the players that was responsible for the last Knick loss in the final, Super Mario.
Yeah, Mario Chalmers.
Mario Elliott.
I'm Elliott. My bad. I always confuse them. Mario Elliott. He played with the Rockets. Yup.
I mean, what series did Ewing blow the series on a finger roll? I think that's what
Pacers series in '95.
Yeah.
Okay. Wasn't that the one where Reggie won it with like 8 points in 6 seconds or something like that? That series?
8 points in like 11 seconds, but yes.
Something like that. But that's the same series, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
When I saw
go back-to-back finals, and then that ruined it.
When he did the finger roll, I mean, I was out on him.
Pacers lost to the Magic
on the next round.
Yep.
And then the Magic gets swept.
They got swept. Yeah, they got their ass.
Down the line, fair ball into the corner. Judge going to second with a leadoff double.
So one thing I couldn't understand was I was like, bro, you're 7 feet tall. Throw that shit down. Why are you getting fancy with a finger roll? Go throw it down. Like,
that was so weird. I hated that play.
He was one of the first centers that I saw because I was a teenager, and he played soft. He barked a lot, but he played soft. Like he was trying to shoot jump shots at the top of the key, or like
a lot of them dudes exposed that though, man. They used to get it. That's why they got Mason and Oakley to protect you. Yeah,
but
Ballinger pops this one up. Right field. Benj moves to his right, and he dropped it.
He dropped it.
And that's going to score Judge 5-3 Mets.
Okay. The Mets going to cough it up, huh?
I saw a highlight of Mark Vientos tripping over his own feet at first base. Was that recent?
Is he that bad? I don't watch the Mets a lot. I mean, I do when I can, but I don't watch them a lot. Is he that bad?
If this doesn't remind you of what Judge did during Game 5 of the World Series, I don't know what.
It actually
bring
did.
The glove in close enough.
I think he took his eye off too, right? Looking to see if Judge was going to tag on him.
No, that wasn't deep enough for a tag.
Well, I'm saying if he still took his eye off it, we'll see.
Missed by Goldschmidt, home run.
I'm like 10 seconds away from you. I'm looking at his side.
Yeah, I'm behind. I'm way behind.
3-9 on bench. No run, no RBI for Bellinger, but it does give life to the Yankees. Fouled off by Goldschmidt, 0-2.
He did start taking his eye off the ball at the very last second.
Yeah.
That's fouled to the backs. Fouled behind the plate. We'll do it again.
Yankees got to
And he
manufacture
hit
some runs
Goldschmidt in
here.
the knee.
Oh man, yeah, he giving up the goods. This dude right here.
And Rayleigh is usually much more controlled of this. What the hell's going on?
And they need to go talk to him. They need a male visit or
And I have a
something.
bad feeling that Carlos Mendoza is about ready to do the one thing that makes me want to strangle him. Make a dim-witted bullpen gamble because he's got Luke Weaver warming up.
Mike, what he need to do is make a bullpen move because this dude right here looking wild. Can he get Smith out though? I mean, he got him ahead of the count, so
Chisholm up next.
oh, he was ahead of that count, but he just lost control of that pitch.
Second hit Yankee of the night. Chisholm gonna bunt. And that's gonna fall in for an infield hit.
Okay, here we go. Bases loaded.
No, poor Mets.
I was afraid of this shit happening.
SJ Sports Talk, what's up? Good to see you.
And Rayleigh's going to get the hook. And this is what pisses me off about Mendoza. The needless bullpen gambling.
Bullpen gambling.
This is why I want his ass gone. There is no need for this. You're bringing your setup, man, too effing early.
Top of the seventh, bases loaded though, and this dude looking wild, crazy right now. So, what you gonna do? You know, you leave him in.
Who do we got? I can't see. Who's up after Chisholm? Rosario?
I'm
Yes.
saying, Mets, do you leave him in? Do you leave this dude in?
Are you talking about Rosario to hit?
No, about
No,
Rayleigh to pitch.
the pitcher.
Oh, okay. I'm looking at the lineup.
Do you leave, or would you leave him in and not put in your guy to try to limit the damage?
I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
it's not all saves.
Mendoza put a lot of his pitchers in last year in the worst possible analytical situations, specifically with men on the base, with ducks on the pond, and it blew up in his face time and time and time again. NYG.
Well, let's see if it blows up this time. I don't know.
I know it's gonna blow up in his face.
In reality, not all saves take place in the ninth inning.
Nah, yeah, you gotta.
I'm just saying, if that ball gets in the outfield, runs coming home. Through safely, two getting home. Over the fence, it's a salami, and Mendoza's gonna need to put and Mendoza's probably gonna. Do you know that Mendoza suffers from
Don't say it.
Mendoza's manic depression is the sign that this is not a man who should be in the dugout. He should be in a damn psych ward.
Should be your roommate. Mets, if he was your roommate in the psych ward, would you end him? Would you order 66 him?
No, he twits, man. Don't do it. Don't say it.
I think you guys would become best
One
friends.
and a miss, strike one.
Mets, man. Y'all
Mets
got
and
Mendoza from the Yankees. Y'all take all the Yankees leftovers.
Luke
You have a team of leftover Yankees.
Swing and a miss, 0-2.
I'm just saying, bro. This is the problem.
Why let's always get the Yankees B team.
Right.
I'm sick of getting Yankee holdovers that are not qualified outside.
Even
of
Juan Soto goes to the Mets, and he's not the same player.
At all.
What the hell, man? That guy's one of the best. Like, no, he's still good. He's still putting up good numbers, but he's not Yankee Soto. Come on, Rosario.
Yeah, he's not having the same impact for sure.
And Rosario is a leftover Met. What do you say about that?
Well, the Yankees take the better Mets.
I mean, yeah, it's working for us, though. Yeah. Didn't he hit a double earlier?
Dropper. Foul ball.
He's just too much of a free swinger, but man, when the guy makes contact, he hits the ball hard.
Yeah,
I like him.
He's decent.
Yeah.
Right now he's at 270. Shit.
Yeah. In spot starts, he doesn't even get a lot of playing time. It's hard to do when you don't play every day. But they need to stop messing around. You got Trent Grisham. What's Grisham hitting? 168, 170?
Yeah, he
strikeout rate again out of control. You need to just let Spencer Jones play center field every day. Just let the kid play.
Oh,
yeah, I want to see him play.
Ball one. I don't know about
right now.
Because even if he's not some stud, first of all, you got to find out. You got to let the kid get at bats and steady playing time. And is he going to hit worse than 170? Probably not.
No, I don't think so. It's hard to.
Right. So it's like, what are you really losing? You're just letting the kid get, more experience at the major league level.
Got him swinging, one down.
Yeah, look, he just took a four-seam pitch for a ball. Yeah, I didn't know Weaver was throwing 98.
You need a grounder here, Luke.
It's a good pitch, though. Yeah, see, I'm 2 pitches behind you. But
strike one.
That was a good pitch by Weaver. Strike him out.
Oh, wait. Yankees are going to challenge this. Call stands. And that's going to cost them an ABS challenge. SGA, I've been to therapists. They don't help. Strike two. I was in therapy from the time I was 9 up until I was 30 when they took me off the meds. Trust me, shrinks do not help in the long run. Grisham takes his batter's timeout. 0-2 pitch. Got him swinging on a low changeup. 2 down. Mets are just 1 away from getting out of this.
Grissom, bro. Dude, right here. Butt cheeks. I'm with you, man. Like, just let the young player play, man. There's no upside here, man.
Here comes Volpe. Ball 1. Volpe coming back from injury. So there's not really much to work with here for the Yankees. But he has walked twice tonight.
This kid's another waste of space.
Yeah. He's on the struggle bus for sure.
Yeah, he's...
Ground ball. Scooped up by Bichette. Flip to Simeon. Get the force out. Time to stretch. Yankees get 1 run.
Too many easy outs in this lineup.
So the Yankees have bases loaded, nobody out, and then score a run.
See what I'm saying? Too many easy outs.
1 out of it, but that was due to an error. So that's an unearned run for Bellinger. He doesn't get an RBI. 6.5.
No, but the situation itself, they didn't have bases loaded when they scored the run. They had bases loaded with nobody out and still couldn't bring anybody in.
True. As I said, 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error, and the Yankees leave the bags bloated. Leave the Ducks on the pond. 5-3 Mets through 6.5.
Volpe has no confidence at the plate. Just
What they fell in love was with a rookie shortstop hitting 19 home runs. And it's like, so what? Like they're focusing too much on home runs. It's the wrong metrics to be focusing on for success.
Even when you're looking at the metrics, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know you're gonna hit more home runs playing in Yankee Stadium. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of how it is, how it's been, you know, for a lot of hitters, you know what I'm saying, and but Volpe's case, you know what I'm saying, is just he had a little pop year, and
Timmy Hill is going to come out to pitch the bottom of the 7th for the Yankees.
When your philosophy is swing and miss, that's when your philosophy is swing and miss, then yeah, you know, you're gonna see home run numbers, but what else are you getting? You know,
true. I'm going to say this about Tim Hill. This is the guy that should have been on the mound in Game 5, not Tommy Canley.
Yeah. Well, even the grand slam to Freeman in the World Series, like you put in Nestor Cortez, who hasn't pitched in months, coming off an elbow injury, who said he's going to need surgery in the offseason. And Tim Hill was effective the whole year and in the postseason up to that point. And you don't put Tim Hill in to face the lefty, you put a weaker lefty. That's just bad management by Boone. Talking about the World Series a couple of years ago.
Yeah. I don't.
I'm just surprised at how
I feel about Aaron Boone is.
And you think that everyone's just changed? Ben's going to try to bunt, pulls back, ball 1. And I think a lot of people have changed their tune on Davey Roberts, but that's only because he's got at least 4 elite Hall of Fame players on his team.
Yeah, true.
Swing and a miss. Without Ohtani, Freeman, Betts, Yamamoto, Ben's looking to atone for the screw up. And he was just beating himself up in the dugout after that inning, and you can't blame him. Strike 2. Can you?
Man, I don't care what about the damn Dodgers, bro. For real. I don't like the Dodgers.
I feel like they cheated.
Yeah, man.
On the way to skirt around, you know, the
all that talent, man. Okay. And the Yankees been conservative, you know.
2-2.
But I just feel like the Dodgers they got some kind of something, like you said, they doing where they getting all these players, and
it's not right. It's like you have a luxury
grounder scooped up. Rosario's going to fire fast. None time.
You got they put the luxury tax in place so the teams like the Yankees, Mets, and Dodgers can't just run roughshod over like the Brewers, you know, and the Royals.
Yet the Dodgers found a workaround by deferring the money on the contracts.
Right. It's insane that they allowed them to do it.
As far as I'm concerned, with the news, when the new CBA agreement and talks begin during the holidays, there should be this rule: any team that defers money to a player, you're given an ultimatum: either pay the full annual amount on the contract, or that player is suspended for a year.
No, they could just void the contract. You don't have to suspend the guy. I mean, it's not his fault that they offered him whatever. You could just say this is not a legal contract that we're accepting. All contracts have to get approved by the league.
I'm just saying, I still say a suspension for that player for a year is a justified punishment.
Can't punish the player for accepting an offer, bro.
It basically puts
Man.
the owners under the gun. Either pay them the full amount without deference, or you lose your best player for a year.
But the owners can just go get another player. The player can't. He's out of a job. He's out of a
Yeah, because he got
He's
offered.
screwed. Yeah.
Oh, you just say
The
this
owner still
contract
wins.
the contract's
I
not
mean,
valid.
when you
He's
think
not on
about
your
it-
roster.
When you
That's
think
it.
about it, the Dodgers already got a new black mark on them with Edwin Diaz.
Man, they ain't never
Chop,
gonna stop these teams,
one.
man.
6, 9 time. And that black mark is he was found guilty for cockfighting.
Okay.
I mean, roosters, not,
I thought he was married.
I meant in the sense of illegal rooster fighting in Puerto Rico, even though it was
Oh,
illegal.
that cockfighting. Okay.
Sox win over the Cubs 8-3.
Man.
I never
You
thought I'd
toe the
see the day
line,
the
don't
White
you?
Sox were above 500 again.
So when I was talking before, like, all right, about the right numbers, right? Who's the best team in history, in your opinion?
The best team in history.
Yeah, best team, single season, best team in history.
98 Yankees.
Yankees.
98 Yankees.
Line
what
shot,
was it?
base hit in the
100?
right. Judge cuts it off. Bichette racing for third. Soto will be held to a single.
Okay, so I agree. It's the 98 Yankees. What do you think? Who hit the most home runs on the 98 Yankees and how many?
Tino Martinez.
Tino Martinez. You know how many he hit?
Like 28.
28.
Damn.
28. Ernie had 26. O'Neill had 24. Even Darryl had
almost hit
24.
Bo Bichette on the ricochet. If that ball hit Bo, he was out. He would have been out.
Darryl Strawberry had 24 home runs in 101 games. So I
Yeah.
mean, he was on pace for a season if he played every day. Jeter had 19, Brocious 19, Posada 17, Knobloch 17, Curtis and Spencer
O'Neill
were
had
10.
like what, 22?
No, O'Neill had 24.
Yeah.
But so that's not huge home run numbers,
No.
right? That's not huge. Okay. Well, let's see what is huge. Tino hit 281, Bernie 339, O'Neill 317, Darryl 47. Okay, and Spot, half platooning. Jeter 324 and Brocious 300. That's four dudes well over 300.
See
right there.
saying?
For the catcher who provided pop towards the bottom of the lineup hit 268, second baseman 265. Like, that's how you win.
Yeah.
Your on base percentages 355, 422. That's like Judge, like Bernie Williams, 422 that year. That's like Aaron Judge getting on that clip. O'Neill 372, Jeter 384. This is how you win games. You
Bernie
could have
just does what nowadays?
home
Folk
runs.
music?
Hold up. You could hit as many home runs as you want, but if nobody's on base when you hit them, it's just a solo home run.
Camilo Doval now comes on to pitch for the Yankees. I never heard of this
That's
guy.
why the Yankees get games where they don't either hit no runs or they have like 1 or 2 or 3 runs. It's because those little solo home run shots, like you said, and that's really all you getting out of this lineup right now.
I mean, you can argue this. I mean, you can argue the same thing with teams like Philadelphia. They're too over reliant on Schwarber and Harper.
What the Yankees should have done is, I'm not a fan of Jazz Chisholm.
And speaking of Philadelphia, in their last 18 games since firing Rob Thompson, 14-4 record. Harper hitting 323, March 375, and 11 homers and 19 RBIs for Schwarber.
What I've been asking the Yankees do for at least 3 seasons now is go get Luis Arias. From when he was in Minnesota. That guy gets on base all the damn time. Somehow, some way. He gets a hit.
He's still in San Diego?
Yeah, he's in San Diego. But the Yankees keep having opportunities to sign him, and they just don't. I don't understand why. He's a table setter. You got Grisham hitting leadoff. Well, I think they took him out now, but you're sticking with a leadoff hitter hitting 170.
That's crazy, yo.
Aaron Judge is coming up next. You got this guy's never on base for him. I want to. I know Jazz has a lot more power than Arias, obviously, but I just need you on base for the best player in baseball.
Soto tries to steal second and does, and that gets rid of the double play threat. Ball 1.
And it's not like the Yankees are no great defensive team either. So it's like, what are you getting out of some of these guys, man?
I mean, who has the best defensive efficiency in Major League Baseball right now?
I don't know.
It's not either of the teams on our screen. Swung and missed 1-1.
Yeah, I could have told you that, but it's just you got to do the little things. You can't just be home run and trot around the bases all the time.
1-1 pitch from Duvall. Ground ball. No choice but to go to first. Bichette scores. 6-3 Mets. So productive out for Vientos. Gets his 22nd RBI of the year. I mean, Chisholm thought about going to the plate, but given how quick of a runner Bichette is, it would have been too close of a play, so he took the sure out at first. Ball 1 to Simeon in the dirt. Can I blame Chisholm from doing that? No.
Nah, yeah, you got to get that out. That's a bang play, probably at the plate.
1-0 pitch. Simeon avoids getting hit by it. 2-0. Strike 1. And Soto steals third on the throw. On the pitch. This is what, of all the coaches I wish the Mets had kept, Anton Richardson was the one. Why? Because he turned the Mets into disciplined speed demons last year. Here on the base paths. 3-1. But no, they let him walk, and now he's in Atlanta doing the same damn thing for the Braves. Know what I mean, Murdog?
I haven't really been following them, to tell you the truth, the other teams.
Simeon grounds it to Rosario, throw to first, inning over. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 man stranded. For the Mets, they get the run back in the bottom half and cancel out the damage. We go to the 8th, 6-3 Mets.
Hey, so I think there's about a 95% chance that Soto opts out of his deal in a couple seasons.
he got to opt out.
Yeah, after
opt
5
out
years.
Around the 6th season, right?
Oh,
I think, 5 years. All right. After 5 years. Yeah, he wants to go back to the Bronx.
Yeah, he's going back to the Yankees for sure.
Sure, he wants to.
At least there's not as much political backlash in the locker room with the Yankees as there is with the Mets.
Well, he had it made there because he didn't have to face the reporters. Judge did that. Judge takes the heat off everybody.
That and the fact that you didn't have your own teammate's wife basically causing a political fire sale in the locker room.
What situation are you referring to?
Lindor's wife is part of Zora Mondami's cabinet, and this led to a huge shouting match between Lindor's wife, Nimmo's wife, and Alonso's wife. Nimmo and Alonso.
That's why they're gone?
Yeah, basically because of political backlash. And then Diaz took off for roughly the same reasons.
So the wives was arguing? Hold up.
No, Lindor's wife is part of Zora Mondami's cabinet in cabinet as the mayor of New York City.
I didn't even know that.
And it's one of the main reasons Mondani
Wow.
even showed up at a game in City Field. And cursed the Mets on the
So
next
what was
12 games.
Alonzo's wife? What
She's
happened there?
politically conservative, as is Nimmo's. That led to Nimmo getting traded to Texas and Alonzo walking to go to Baltimore.
Oh wow, okay.
Oh
Because
man,
they didn't
only
want
the
to
Mets.
be in, because they didn't want to stay in New York City when it was going to get turned into a third world political shithole.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
Can you blame them for that? No. Do I wish it ended a little on much better terms than it did for them? Yes.
Man.
Would you agree with me saying that, Murdog?
That's something else, man. I mean, you lose 2 of your starters because the wives don't get along politically. Like that's, I guess, because he's part of the guys.
Find the right base hit for Wells. That he avoids the golden
Wow.
sombrero.
It's like Biggie said, you know, sports and politics don't mix like two dicks and no chicks. You know? I'm sure Biggie said
Noah
that.
Syndergaard, he said, you know what Noah Syndergaard said in an interview on why the Mets are falling apart? He said wokeness did this to them. And I tend to agree with him.
Yeah. Oh, man.
That's
That's
the wisest argument.
the wives having catfights in the wives' lounge, pulling each other's hair.
And Devin Williams warming up.
Or something. For illegal immigration. Pulling in the wife's lounge. Pulling extensions out.
I'll show you. I'll trade your husband.
You're gonna ask how I know this. There are a couple of guys I talked to, like that Brandon Tereni guy who does his radio show, New York web radio show in the mornings at around 10:30ish.
Brandon
on
Tierney?
weekdays. Yeah, him. Chopper to first. Vientos throws the second one. Throw back to first. Got him. Double play. 3-6-1.
Wow.
Damn.
Or 3-4. Yeah, 3-6-1.
If the Mets hold on here the rest of the game, your neighborhood's safe in the evening.
And the only reason I'm a Mets fan was
is-
because as a kid, I mean, from 3rd to 6th grade, the school I went to in the Hillcrest section of Queens, even though it wasn't really a special needs school, it was actually a school in the traditional sense. It was a special needs academy that was basically integrated into a Jewish community center. Every spring, we go to at least one Met game at Old Shea.
Yeah, I think that was like torture therapy. I don't think they were trying to help you. I think they were trying to keep.
From 96 to 99, Murdog, that I went.
I'd rather have my balls shocked for those 3 years. Become a Met fan.
Yeah, that's not a.
I don't know. That's a choice you don't come back from, becoming a New York Met fan. I don't know, man. It's almost like being a Jet fan. So,
and you gotta remember, the last ballpark I've been, and the last pro ball game I've been to was a Reds game.
Yeah, I used to know.
And ironically, my first ball game in the MLB I went to was a Yankees game when I was part of the Royal Rangers when I was like 4 going on 5.
So you had an opportunity and you chose poorly, is what you're saying.
I was only 4 or 5 years old at the time, all
chose
right?
Poorly.
Yeah, you should have known better.
Baseball at 5 years old, and you know that.
Should have known better.
Yeah.
I didn't understand baseball at 5 years old.
They sent my dad.
Should have felt it.
They put me in a Met shirt when I was like 3 years old. They put me in a Met shirt. I've never forgiven them.
I mean, NYG, I've shown Murdog this, but this was the pro ball game program guide from the last pro ball game I went to in 2013.
Reds. What are you bringing
Yeah.
that up for?
It was the last
You
time I
become
went
a
to a
Reds
Major League
fan now?
Baseball stadium. No, it was the last time I went to an MLB ballpark.
I thought that was another type of
Fly right
magazine where the
center.
pages are stuck
OJ
together.
Ewing makes a catch, inning over.
Mets.
Hmm?
Got an important question for you.
Shoot.
When are you doing your fantasy football punishment?
I forgot. What was it?
Well, we didn't decide it yet. I mean, we decided it actually. We did decide it, but we just didn't make it like a public thing yet.
What was it? I forgot.
No, well, we didn't say it. Oh, well, I'll wait for the boys to get in here. If DJ and Red and McAteer, you're gonna love it. Actually, you're not. You might flee the country.
What? That's to wear an Eagles jersey on screen?
Oh no!
Oh my
It's
god,
much better than that.
that's who's doing that?
It's got much better than that. It's a good one.
You'll
It's
make
a
me
good one.
wear a
I'm
damn-
actually I'm doing you a favor. Trust me.
Let me guess. You're gonna mail me a Cowboys jersey and I have to wear it on screen.
How many leagues did you finish last in?
All of them. Mets last
Golly.
won a fantasy football week in 2014.
18.
Well, you finished last in our league, and you finished last in that league. How many leagues did you play in, Mets, where you finished last?
Last year, just 2.
Man.
And at least I finished set in the top 10 in the Pick'em League.
Did you? How many weeks did you win? I know you beat Ratcliffe one week, right?
Just 1.
Just once. So and you could have beat a better guy too.
And
Guy
this
tried
is
to
the
act like he was.
one from the last Subway Series in 08 at Shea, NYG.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I like that. Even though it's Mets.
It was the last time I ever got to go to Shea Stadium.
One time too many. No, I'm just kidding. I've been to City Field and Shea Stadium before, plenty of times to Shea.
I don't hate on the Mets. They're like little brothers.
Yeah, I don't hate them. I don't like the fans. I don't hate the team.
Still, I
The
got
fans don't like the Yankees. That's the only thing. They got an
That's
issue.
why. Exactly. If they were just like cool people.
And the Yankees are going to bring in another former Met and one of their worst ones, Paul Blackburn, a man who, in my opinion, Carlos Mendoza screwed the pooch with when last Friday the 13th he brought him in a 4-run lead against Tampa, and Blackburn fucked it.
Who? Whoa!
That's one of the decisions I don't understand. I don't know why Paul Blackburn, who was shit in the bed with the Mutts, even got picked up by the Yankees. That was a head scratcher for me.
Okay, for context, NYT, last Friday the 13th, Mets were up 5-1 against Tampa. Instead of going to the sure hand of Braziban for the 6th or 7th inning against the Rays, he goes to Blackburn and he completely gives the lead away, and the Rays win the game 7-5. From that point on, the Mets never recovered and missed the postseason last year. Because that's when Mendoza got too cute and too reckless with his bullpen gambling habit. 1-2 to Ewing. Chop foul. That's what happened last year to this team. All because Mendoza stupidly brought this piece of crap onto the mound.
Damn.
And 2 weeks later, he fucked with Blackburn again. He was starting against Pittsburgh. Mets up 1-0. Rainfall comes, delays the game for an hour. And I was in Pigeon Forge when this happened. And instead of taking him out, he brings him back out there, and Blackburn screws up his back. 2-1. And the Mets get crushed in that game. And get swept by the Pirates at PNC that weekend.
Mets, what are you going to say when the Yankees get Paul Skeens in a few years?
They better not.
They're going to.
Oh, is that possible?
Oh yeah, it's going to happen.
Didn't he sign
with the Pirates? Yes.
Not an extension.
No,
Jay
but he's on
Melendez
the
waits on deck.
long-term deal though, isn't he?
Something like
No,
that.
this is only like his third year, right? So
He's
every
only in
team
his
has.
third year.
I think he's only in his third year.
Gumball.
Yeah, the teams have
Dude,
control.
no, but this like me and Rosario misses it. That's an E5. Ewing's on first.
Yeah, the teams have control over the minor leaguers for a good amount of time. But there is no
Yeah.
way in hell that guy is, especially with his girlfriend, the gold digger. She doesn't want to live in Pittsburgh in that market. She wants to go to the Met Gala, and be a New York City socialite.
Yeah, let's
They're
just
gonna
hope he
label it
doesn't
a
go to the
hit? I thought that was
Dodgers.
an error.
The
That's-
Dodgers for the Yankees, but I think he wants to be a Yankee. I think he does. But she wants to be like in the New York City nightlife and trying to be a model and all that stuff. So
as far as I'm concerned, as far as I'm concerned, Skeens better be hitting the sake while he still can.
dude, he's gonna be a Yankee. Telling you.
And Murdoch, if you're wondering what I mean by hitting the sake, let me go get something.
Go get what? What is he going to get?
I don't know. Some. I think he said a sock.
A sock.
Sake.
Dude, don't bring that sock. I hope you ain't bringing that sock. This is a family-friendly show.
No, I said sake, as in as in booze.
Oh, okay. You're not really though.
For context, I got this a few months ago, a new cookbook.
Oh, did you? Weren't you on the Vincent Price cookbook last time I was on here?
Yeah, but I got this one a few months back at an anime convention. I've made a few out of this one. AJ Ewing safe with a stolen base. Kept his hand, got his foot and hand to stay on the bag. Oh, wait. He's out.
His foot come off the bag?
His foot collided with Volpe's, and then, when his foot hooked with Volpe's, it caused his foot to come off the bag.
He overslid the bag. Yeah. This guy's another guy. This Austin Wells,
no, wait,
man.
they're saying he stepped on the bag, and he got his foot, the tip of his foot back on the bag, so he's safe.
He's safe.
No, the club is on the back of his shoe. When it's off the ground, he's out.
Well, the Yankees have challenged it.
Yeah, right there. His hand's on him.
Okay,
There's no contact.
Hold it.
He's out, buddy. He's out.
He's out. He's out.
He's right there. Okay, that last clip where he comes up off of the ground. Yep.
Yeah, right as his foot hooks around the top of Volpe's ankle. He's out.
This is another guy. This Austin Wells, they are sticking with this kid because he's a left-hander. He's got power. I don't care, bro. You're a 170 hitter. Get out of here. You barely throw people out.
And with the Mets, with Torrens, they're basically forced to because Alvarez is going to be out 6 to 8 weeks.
A 170 catcher who hits 20 homers. I don't need you.
That's driven to right field, but it's foul.
Yeah, Austin Wells is. I mean, and how much power do you need in this lineup? You see what I'm saying? So you need to balance it out with contact.
No, I'm not even looking for like a 280 hitter.
You got Judge, you got Stan whenever he's healthy. You got Bellinger who can hit home runs. I mean, you got enough home run hitters. Like, get some contact guys in there at some of these other positions, like catcher, like shortstop.
Yeah, you need hitters.
Yeah.
What's the Matt? Scroll down. I can't see with the chat on your screen, but what's Wells' average? It's well under 200. I know that. It's probably like 180.
It's 176. Yeah.
176.
Grissom is 171.
It's no bueno. And he strikes out all the time.
And Torrens isn't that much better. He's at 193. But again, it's a necessity issue with him. With Alvarez out, it's either him or Senger, and Torrens actually is better known as a utility catcher, is more known for his glove and arm, not his bat.
Well, I look at Austin Wells. He doesn't even block pitches in the dirt. He tries to glove everything and misses, and he doesn't throw many people out. So
unlike Lorenz, who can throw people out.
You have to be a goalie back there. Someone's throwing the you know a pitch is going in the dirt, or a good probability of it can go into the dirt. You need to be able to slide laterally and smother the baseball so it doesn't go to the backstop. He tries to like glove everything.
That's for sure.
It's bad instincts.
Bay with a double in the fourth that opened the doors a bit for the Mets. Upstairs, 1-1.
Best thing that happened in baseball in a very long time is, guess what?
The ABS system?
Hell yes. Challenging these idiot umpires that are so bad at their job. And then when you point out that you're incorrect, they kick you out of the game because you embarrassed them. What?
Or they'll take a challenge from you out of spite.
There's so much that you can go with this too. Like, just think about this. If they had ABS decades ago, there would be different World Series champions. There would be different stats for every player, pitcher and batter. There'd be the contracts would be different.
Dumbass umps like Joe West or Angel Hernandez.
Right, but just think of all the how history would be different.
Let's foul off the foot
this way.
2-2.
85 World Series, the Cardinals had the Royals beat, and they made a terrible call at first base and extended the game, and the Royals won game 6 and 7. So
or in 2010 when Hernandez basically took a perfect game away from that pitcher for the Tigers.
It was a Galarraga.
Yeah.
I think his name was Andres. No, not the hitter Andres. Something Galarraga. Yeah, and then the guy cried. The umpire cried after the game in the press conference because he knows he took it away from him.
Yeah, the umpire, like somebody care about your feelings.
Yeah, and then he hugged him at the next time he umpired one of his games. Like he hugged him like it's okay. He was like, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I would have just given him the Buffalo elbow drop through the table.
The problem is, it's very hard to call balls and strikes. I understand that. It's not easy. I mean, balls coming in at triple digits.
This was actually a ground ball that he screwed up.
No, I know, at first base. I'm just talking about an umpire in general.
Oh, 2-2 pitch. Bay goes down swinging.
I understand it's a hard thing to do because the ball's coming in so fast and it's moving and you have to judge, a lot of things going on. So I don't shit on him for that, but you got to have accountability. And when you're in the wrong and someone tells you you're wrong and can prove it, you don't get mad at them for it. You're the one who fucked up. Don't get mad at them for pointing out your fuck up. Get better. Or just say, I'm sorry, and keep it moving and do the best you can. But they get fucking indignant. So they're just like, you're out of here. Like,
and unjustly indignant.
They do. They're just like, how dare you show me up? Well, all the strikeouts, but this way, how many strikeouts? I don't know the number, so it's not one of those questions, but I'm saying this in jest. How many strikeouts has Aaron Judge got over his career on terrible calls below the knees? Because he's 6'7", and they give him a shorter guy strike zone.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Now, on top of that, to compound the problem, when Aaron Judge is taking the pitch low, because he's like, that's a ball, and they call him out on strikes, now it starts getting in his head, shit, I got to swing at that next time, and it's not a hittable pitch. But I got to swing because they pull me out anyway. So now he's swinging at low pitches, and he's getting more strikeouts. So it's a compounding error. You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's true.
How many of those times if they called it a ball to where a bat got extended and he hits more home runs, gets more hits? He's got better stats, so he's got better contracts. He would have won another MVP, at least one that he got robbed of as a rookie. But it's just all of these things affect their money too, because you imagine an umpire's screwing up against specific batters. Let's just say it costs you 25 points in batting average a year. I'm just throwing out a number with no data. But don't you think that 25-point difference in batting average is going to cost that player millions per year in the next contract?
Yep.
Yeah.
300 hitter.
Absolutely.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's driven, deep right center, but playable. Grisham under it, makes the catch, inning over. We go to the
And
ninth,
it's all said and done.
6-3 Mets.
You're looking at Hall of Fame considerations, like the back of your baseball card when it's all over, your career numbers. Now we can go back to the beginning of baseball and, apply this, and then the whole history of the sport would be different.
So true.
But I guess
Yeah.
Bellinger, Goldschmidt, and Chisholm.
So the whole point of saying this is, like, I understand that it's a hard job to call balls and strikes, but this is so easy now, having the computers just let them know, like, that's a ball, that's a strike. And the fact that they needed to take away the authority from them to just willy-nilly throw people out of games.
They trigger happy like hell,
because they're worried about their ego. Like, you made me look bad. Now imagine spending
Aaron
hundreds
Rodgers
of dollars.
Back to Pittsburgh. Oh, good God.
Who is? Oh, Rodgers. Yeah, it's like $25 million. Imagine bringing your family to a baseball game to see Judge or anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
First inning, there's a terrible strike 3 call, terrible call. And Judge is like, yo, are you serious? Blah, blah, blah. And they're like, are you talking back to me? You're out. And you just spent hundreds and hundreds of dollars on tickets for you and your family, parking, concessions. And the guy you actually came for your kids to see is now kicked out of the game.
Throws them out. Yeah, that's whack. Yeah, I hate that. I hate that. That's corny right there.
They should not. And where's the accountability? How come? I know at my job, if I perform poorly, I would get fired. They don't get fired. They're protected. They don't get fined. There's no accountability. So it's like that would incentivize them to do a better job.
So true.
And if they throw somebody out when they shouldn't have thrown them out, Major League Baseball doesn't come down on them and say, listen, you just threw this guy out for no good reason.
Baseball's been trying to be that old. They've been trying to keep their little traditions and things like that. But now you getting into the modern age, you got to start to look at things differently, and with this ABS system, then, obviously they're realizing that finally now and starting to slowly modernize their game, because that's what it's been about baseball. And that's why baseball is has fallen behind some of the other sports in terms of, popularity amongst, just in America, so because it used to be baseball and then everybody else, so but now it's, they're falling behind because they haven't kept up with, the modernization of sports, what
True.
we play and like you said, with some of the officiating issues that's been going on.
1-0 pitch almost hits Bellinger, 2-0.
Devin Williams on for the blown save.
Devin Williams. You got all these dudes on his That's why they bad, yo.
There's no pitcher on the Mets roster I want in this spot than Devin Williams.
11 on base.
If we have a chance to come back, it's against him.
Or Shamanaya, who refuses to go under the knife to get those loose bodies out of his elbow.
This Yankees.
3-1.
All the X.
Look at this. If you get 2 men on, the save is almost guaranteed to get blown.
Man, for real.
3-1 pitch. Fouled off. Full count.
Mm. Got a couple tough outs coming up. see how this goes.
Let's see. Get a couple base runners. This guy gets rattled.
Yeah.
He's got good movement on his pitches, but he just doesn't have control or command.
Got him
And then he
swinging
gets
on a high fastball, one down.
I'm trying to jinx him, Mets.
No.
Hey, it's my first Met game I've called all damn year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What?
The only other games I've called so far this year have involved the Guardians. They got shut out by Seattle and got massacred by Atlanta.
That's an odd choice.
It was my first attempt at Sunday Night Baseball on NBC and Peacock. And let me just say, doing it via Peacock's a nightmare because it's always behind. Strike one.
Well, you know how you love the Cox.
The way he says the word is just...
I'm the only person on the planet that gets him to crack a smile. Look, he's look at him. He's trying to hold on laugh. I'm the only person ever to make the kid laugh.
F you,
I
Sean.
take pride in that. I am prideful on that fact.
Go bugger yourself, Sean.
I will. I will. Oh, it's too good. Mets, you must have missed me.
Yeah. 0-2 pitch. That's driven. Left center field, but playable. Caught by Soto, 2 down.
There we go. 2 out.
Yeah.
The difference between the Yankees and
Tonight,
Mets.
2 for 2 with 2 singles, a run scored, 2 stolen bases, 2 walks. Luke Weaver, 2 innings, 1 hit, 2 Ks, 1 run, no runs given up.
The difference between the Yankees and Mets is the Yankees would win this game and be like, all right, cool, let's go get another one tomorrow. The Mets will win this game, and their fans act like they just won the World Series. You fucking suck, Yankees suck. It's like, did we though?
Chisholm takes strike one. Take strike one.
Like, we're 10 games over 500. You're like 10 games below, but we suck.
9. We're about to be 7 again.
I'm just throwing out a number, not being exact.
I know, but I'm just saying, win here, and the Mets will be 7 under again.
Hey, look, just like I told you last year, bro. When Soto was shit in the bed, I told you his numbers will even out by the end of the year, and they did. So just
it's not Soto that was worrying me. It's
last year it was.
For Mendoza's incompetence. It's this year. Ripped.
Look, you
Vientos got it. He'll step on the bag, put it in the books. Mets win.
All right. Got that one.
Winning pitcher, David Peterson. Losing pitcher, Carlos Rodon. The Mets have won 12 of their last 17 against the Yankees at Citi Field.
Yeah.
Mets improved to 19-26. Yankees dropped to 28-18.
Yankees have a habit of losing to bad teams too.
Man, it's getting crazy. Yeah.
Like that Angel series, they could have easily got
and if
3
you
out of
won
4.
tonight, you would have pulled within a half game of Tampa.
It's a 162 game season. I don't
Just
sweat.
saying.
I don't sweat May. You know,
Just
May
saying.
16th. I'm really not getting
Just
my
saying.
panties in a bunch.
Having said
We're
that's it for tonight's
Still
game
in pretty
call.
good shape.
I'd like to thank Murdoch and
Bro.
Unpopular Opinion for joining me in the back half of this. Comment, like, and subscribe to their channels. You have Original Sports Network, my channel, and our co-workers at the Hardcore Sports Network. Goodbye. Good night.
See you later.
Peace.
Later.